Hi, it's Candy. I'm so excited to be posting a video finally. Have a few things that I need your help with. First of all, totally new setup. You've probably noticed that. I'm working on an antique door, but it's got a glass on front of it. I know that's going to present some challenges because of the glare, possibly. So I need you to tell me what you think of that. That's going to depend on the time of day that we film also. So we're just going to have to work a few things out. However, I finally decided if I waited to get everything just like I liked it, it was going to be a perfect storm site type situation, and that may never come. On the other hand, if you could see my studio, yeah, the perfect storm has come in it. So we're just going to get started, go with it, and just do what we can, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. I've been away way too long, and I'm glad to get back. Thank you for those of you who've been encouraging me also in different places. I've had the most questions about Bible journaling. So I decided for the first video back that's what I was going to touch on. A lot of you have asked how I do it. I will share that with you right now because I know I have had a lot of questions about that in the past. I'm going to do kind of a run through, giving you a couple of specifics that could let you maybe know where to start, okay? This is what I'm working on currently. I got to make sure I'm sitting down. I want to make sure you can see. Whoa, not only can you see, you're pretty close, aren't you? Is that better? Okay, this is what I'm working out of right now. It's a 40-day devotional. It's called Sun Stand Still. I would recommend it to anyone. It's wonderful. I normally have to work out of a devotional for Bible study. That's just what I have found right now works best for me. So this is what I'm doing. Like I said, I would recommend it to you. If you have something you are working in that you would recommend to me, I'm currently on the hunt for something. So, and this is what I do. This has daily readings. It has daily scripture readings. And then it has some thoughts about that. Some very good thoughts. What I do is, I do the Bible reading first. Then I go to the place I'm working in the journal and I write things that are important to me in that scripture, things that I have felt particularly impacted with, that I felt like God has been speaking to me through that reading this morning. So that's what I do first because that's what I think is most important. Then I will go back and I will read what is in the devotional. Sometimes their take on what the scripture is a little different on what mine is because I always pray for God to speak to me through His Word. So their view can be a little different. However, they usually have some good information. So I mark up anything. That's why I like paper. I like books on paper because I like to be able to make notes, circle, star, underline, all of those things. So I will read the scripture first. I will go make notes in my journal. I'll show you. Then I'll come back and I'll read anything that is on the book for that day. And then if I need to go back and make notes, I will do that also. And I most often do that, okay? Now, here's what I'll show you also on journaling. I start out for the month with a plain journal. This is from the Paper Penguin. That's just where I get all mine. It's easier for me. I don't want anything already filled up. I also don't want blank pages looking back at me. So before I start something, I will go in and foof up my journal with a theme, usually a color theme, and then some sort of decor theme. I don't make it hard. I don't make it elaborate. And I can even see, I've filmed this several times trying to get it right. I've even been able to see from looking back at this, I'm not going to do background stuff anymore. All of this stuff is too much for me. But I did this time. What I did was I used a stencil. It's a Tim Holtz stencil. I think this may be called Scattered Dots or something. I don't remember. I can't see it on here. But just any old stencil will work. And I just dabbed color. The color theme is turquoise and purples, like violets and purples. So I just stenciled on pages. I do all the stenciling first. Easy for me. I have to do the KISS thing. Keep it simple, sweetie. So I do my stenciling first. Then my theme is usually a decor of some kind. So this month it was feathers. I used things that I had. I use a lot of feathers in other things I do. I like feathers. So going with a purple, violet, turquoise theme, I used my feathers. I used them very randomly. It didn't matter to me how. I wasn't trying to be real calculated with where I place things. So I just went through and did some feather things. Tried to make it fun. Tried to not make it too time consuming. But you know, that's part of doing my journal, is decorating it and having fun with it. So I don't care if I get to spend a little bit of time doing it. And then I had this set of stamps, and I can't tell you, I have the hardest time getting stamps back in those little cellophane wrappers once I take them out. There has got to be a better way to do that than the way they send them. So this one says fabulous, amazing, gorgeous, awesome, beautiful, wonderful. And then it also has some little phrases that you can put before or after them. And so I put absolutely awesome on the front. There's one simply wonderful. I mean, you can do a lot with those. Again, it's something I had. I didn't go out and get it. I just made it work. That's going to kind of be my theme, I think, for 2020, is make it work. I love to go shopping as much as the next person. I'm tired of buying stuff. So awesome. I don't want to make any retailers mad when I say that, and I'm sure I will be buying things, but I also want to use things I have. Okay, more feathers. Awesome. That's what you are. You are amazing. I don't know if these were billed as or marketed as for the religious community. That's not the right word. I'm tired. I've done this video several times, and my audio is not working on it. So I don't know if these were marketed for the faith community, but they certainly can work well on that. So it gave me a chance to add something fun. Awesome. That's what you are. So all of this is done before I start. Then whenever I start, like I said, I'll go through. That's the preface. I even mark in the preface. I love to just sit down with a cup of coffee in the morning and start my day out like that. I do not get it done. I don't want you to even think I do. The 40-day Bible journaling is taking me several days longer than 40. But so on day 1, I had, oh, you know what? This is from my last set of journaling. I didn't get it all done in one journal. I'll show you in a minute. So it kind of spilled over into this one. Day 30, here we go. We're going to come. I didn't even realize that when I did the first video. Oh, no, it didn't. I didn't hit the first of it. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's get back to here. Anyway, another thing that I will do. I must have started this one in another one. Okay, another thing that I will do is, I'll show you here. I change pen colors, and that's just kind of to keep me straight. Like day 26 is done in turquoise. Day 27, I did this in black. It was only because I couldn't find my purple pen. Okay, day 28, back in purple. Day 29, back in turquoise. I do that in this book and in this one both, just kind of to keep me straight. I will do anything to keep it simple and to keep me lined out, because I get confused a little bit easy. Here's where I decided I don't like all that background stuff. I like the background white. So that's a change I'm going to be making as I start my new journal. And I'm going to start that pretty quick. I think I'm just going to do that in like snowflakes and a few things like that, because I have some things like that. I was going to use a snowflake background. I don't think I'm going to do a background in it, just because of what I found that I like there. Also, when I am doing this, I also do several book tags with that, because I want to mark my place in my devotional book. I want to mark my place in my journal. I want to mark my place in my Bible. So I have several things that I want to mark places in, and if it is all in the same theme, then that's another good simple thing for me. So I've kind of worked out a plan that works pretty good for me. I was going to show you also. Now this goes inside of a cover. It's actually a Foxy Fix cover, the little insert page, but while I'm working on it during the month, I don't want to pull it in and out of that, so I just kind of leave it inside that. This was last month's, and I just did it with a series of, or the last devotional, I did it with a series of kind of geometric designs. And I had a stamp that had borders that were just stripes and different geometrics. So it was geometrics and then with some circles. And I did all of that first. And then I went in and did my journaling. So in my journaling, if there's things I want to stand out, I will box them. I will star them. I'll go in and highlight them. Sometimes I don't care if it's messy, if it catches my eye, if I know what I want to go back to. Right here was something. This was from the book. If you want to experience God's blessings, audacious faith is not an option. I want to be able to go back at any time and flip through my journals and the notes I made and see something jump out at me that I need to see. And I won't always do that just flipping through a journal page, but I will if it's got a box around it, if it's got great big old exclamation points by it, or I don't think there even needs to be a period in on our little notebook calculator typewriter things. All I ever use is exclamation points. So here's one that says God will abundantly pardon. There's just, I will underline, I will do anything that has really spoken to me. I know I need to hear, I know I need to do, I know is important. So that's kind of the gist of how I journal. Here's something right here too. I don't need to read it to you. I just know that I need to go back here, and then I need to go build a bullet point journal around this right here. So there needs to be a whole nother bullet point journal done from this journaling right now. So that's how I'm doing my Bible journaling right now. It's not always that way. It has been for a long time. It will stay that way until the point when I am directed in a different way. It's working for me now. It's working very well for me now. I do need a new devotional. And if you guys have some that you recommend, please leave it in the comments. I would love that very, very much. I'll throw out the reminders if I can remember what's important to remind you. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe if you gave up on me and thought I was never going to ever put up another YouTube video again. I will. I'm back. I promise. I have so many things to share with you. I appreciate you guys so much. I love doing this. It's fun. I hope I have some audio. If not, you won't know about it because you can't hear about it. Do the subscription, do the thumbs up, talk back to me. I love to hear your positive comments. I don't hear your negative ones because I block them, but I don't have negative people. You know, I appreciate you much. We're going to go on this journey. You guys I wandered a little from the path of straight journaling. Planning. I will never ever leave planning. My style has shifted a little, but it's been a fun journey. So I appreciate you guys all. Great big huge hugs, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye.